Now we have the problems going on in Europe with Russia and Ukraine. We're living in a scenario now where politicians in most Western countries are ignoring the needs of their own people to try and support this idealistic view or this idealistic war somewhere else. And there's large swaths of the population. Recently in Czech Republic was huge protests. France was huge protests. Italy was protests. Even in Germany, they're starting to protest. People are starting to understand their own politicians don't care about them. They're selling out their own people, selling out their own businesses, selling out their own energy sector, anything it takes to try and support some idealistic war somewhere else because they've been told to by a higher power. And people are starting to wake up saying, this doesn't make sense. Nobody's actually representing us. And public consciousness is what they have to fear. The more people learn, the more people finally wake up, then they're going to have a serious problem.
The Great Reset, artificially cut off the economy, pump credit out to people to control them, bring out a social credit score, universal basic income to dictate human behavior, while they're dissolving the very infrastructure that protects them and gives them all this science and medicine and wealth. And then they're pretending like they're going to manage this and get rid of most of us, and then they're going to survive with what's left. That is the stupidest, dumbest thing if you've studied history. It's destined to fail. It's already failing.
Oh, absolutely. But these people are completely arrogant and deeply narcissistic. They've been born into families or societies or systems where they're told for some reason they're somehow God, and they believe that they know everything, and they've never lived in the real world. They never interacted with real people, and they're just spoiled children who've grown up inside of some silver spoon, coddled room bullshit. And they're fucking fantasists. And that's what happens when you reach a certain level of arrogance. You become a full-on fantasist like they are. It's a stupid idea, and it's absolutely destined to fail. What's unfortunate about it is it can't just fail in isolation. For it to fail, millions of people are going to suffer and die. And these people, they're not even going to have any empathy. They're not even going to feel bad for what they did because they've been born without it, because it's been bred out of them. It's absolutely and utterly disgusting.
It's not just a bunch of nerds and a bunch of control freaks that want to get rid of competition and alpha males. And 300 years ago, if a king didn't lead an army, he would get assassinated. They haven't led armies in over 100 years. They lay around and they're totally delusional with a technocracy deploying something, attacking the very system that they're living off of. They're jumping the shark, and it's going to fail.
Oh, absolutely and utterly. You've completely nailed it. That's exactly what they're doing. And they have this supreme arrogance where they believe it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay for me because I have money. And to a degree, it saved them up until this point. And money can save you to a point, but it gets to, in certain places like Sri Lanka, for example, when there's a large enough uprising of the populace and people have finally had enough, the money didn't save them over there. Listen, we're all human. And we want to have safe families and safe neighborhoods. We want to have consensual, beautiful relationships and marriages. We want to feel happy and feel good. And unfortunately, under some of these laws they're making and some of the societies they're trying to create, it is literally impossible for a full-grown man to have a happy, consensual relationship, feel safe and secure in his home, and enjoy raising his children. That's becoming impossible. And as soon as you make that impossible for people, there's going to be massive backlash.